got Oneway Bizz.
Yeah, we good, bro.
We here. How did you finally decide that you wanted to be an artist?
To be honest, I don't know. Like, when I was locked up, feel me? I was locked up. I was thinking like, damn. So I was saying this, like, rap in my head, cause I'm in like, what is that, COVID block.
Right.
I need music. So I was just set this rap in my head, like 23 and 1, man, this shit got me stressing. Every time I call home, they be like, yo, what you doing? I was like, man, I'm fucking stressing, this 23 and 1. Then from there, it's like, I was like, fuck that shit. Then when I made Bomb, I was on house arrest. Then I'm like, damn, let me try rapping. So I was just like freestyling in my head, like shit I went through. And boom, from there, it was just like, you know what? I was talking to like Betty, a couple niggas, and from there, I just like, you know what? Let me go to the booth.
All right. So you said in jail. If you don't, without getting too specific, what were you in jail for?
So I got picked up for 3 attempt murders, but I got picked up for some attempt murder shit that happened, a shooting that happened election day, which was stupid. They picked me up like months later. It stopped me, right? The witness said it wasn't me, so I'm thinking I'm good to go. Months later, they picked me up out of nowhere.
Okay. Going through that process and going through the judicial system, right? And facing that time, how did you keep your mental? How did you stay sharp? How did you stay focused? How did you, see the bright side, the better days? And how did you see now?
Like, shit. I ain't gonna hold you. It was like I understood it.
Right.
Like I understand. Like,
most people don't.
Like when I got locked up, it was like at first it was question like why. Like,
right.
I mean, I ain't really it couldn't process in my head. It was times like when I call home, I call LV, superior and my lawyer. I'm tweaking on him like, bro, you. But then I started to understand like, you know what, shit, it comes like this sometimes. Right. So I just knew like at the end of the day I ain't do nothing. So I knew like I'm gonna come home either or. I could have been came home. I had the bond money, but I was just like, let me sit. Right. Kind of understand it, chill me out, slow me down, to get my mind together. Right. Then from there, I was just positive. And I was in the county. I was in the county chilling. Then when I went up the way to Walker, I got around like Nels, Bizz, my nigga Jones, Free Jones. Around them niggas kept like they had positive energy. So I'm just like, man, I'm straight. I was just like on some like, man, I'm gonna come home. I'm good.
So knowing you coming home and staying positive and, doing my research, I understood that you got shot. And so with all these traumatic events, how has that played with just you mentally? Like how does Oneway Bizz, Bizz, what is his thoughts on how he look at life?
Honestly, like getting shot, we talking about like the first time I got shot or the second time?
See, speak on both.
The first time I got shot, I understand both. But the first time I got shot, it was like, it's like karma what comes around. Like you feel me? It's gonna happen to you if you playing with fire.
Right.
So I didn't really care. Like it never stressed me out. Like I was never stressed. Like I got shot. I'm sad. I was just like, alright, it's whatever. Shit happens.
Okay.
And the second time I got shot, that shit kind of like broke me a little mentally because it wasn't by me getting shot. It was like the shit that happens. Like I got shot, my left arm, my shit was broke. I'm a lefty, I had no movement. Then like I'm going through shit with, other shit in life.
Right.
So that shit was like fucking me up a little bit. But other than that, I was just like, I didn't really care about it. Like I laughed about it. Like yo, it is what it is. Like shit happened. I was more so cared about the people I was with. Like I was more so worried about them.
And that follows up with my second question, because in one of your song lyrics you said, thought about bro and I grabbed him and took the shots. How does someone be so selfless and put in a traumatic event like that? How did you think about him first and you the one who got shot? Like what made you, is that you as a person? Like are you just as selfless, want to see everybody win before you? Like
yeah, like I rather like, especially when it comes to my niggas, like I want all my peoples, like females, whoever I'm cool with, I want them to like win, do better in life, like feel me? So like when this shit kicked off, I saw the whole thing before it even happened. So like my man Jig, he locked up, Free Jig. And like Jig is a big dude. If you know Jig is a big fucking dude. And my car is so damn big.
Right.
It's little compared to him. So like, he was kind of like we all was lost. Like I knew what was happening, but we kind of was like in a not a panic mode, but we was in a mode like, damn, what the fuck? So when I looked over, something was just like, yo. I mean, I had the opportunity to do something, but I was just like, yo, let me just try to like drive and like shield him.
Right.
But when I put my arm up, that's when I took the shot. And like I had him down and I was just staring and we pulled over and I was just like, I'm like, shit, it's on, it's lit. But then I realized, I couldn't drive, so I was just like, yo, we go to the hospital.
And going through from the hospital, we'll say from the hospital to now, what's your outlook? Like, what's the growth?
Growth is like to do better, like to get money. Street shit is cool and all, but that shit really whack, bro. Like, I'm really trying to just grow and just get money and just like me. I don't care about the shit. I don't care about the street shit. I don't care about like, oh, you got to spend back to give it, bro. I don't care about that shit because why like do something to somebody I don't care about.
And I'm glad you said that because you don't hear a lot of artists speak from that point of forgiveness. And let me not say forgiveness. Maybe it's a point of healing, and you don't hear a lot of artists come on and say, yo, I don't care. I'm putting that behind me.
I put it behind me. Like, I don't care about it.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not scared.
Right.
So, like, you go your way, I go my way.
For sure.
If you bother me, it's like, I bet. Then I'm with whatever. But other than that, I'd rather just, like, do what I'm meant to do. Like, bro, I get money. So, like, I'm going to be on that type of path. You feel me?
So, as a growing up, and you from Stamford, Connecticut, right? Tell us what Stamford was like. What was it like growing up in Stamford?
I'm not going to lie. Like, growing up on the west side, born and raised in Stamford, Connecticut, grew up on the west side, lived on 72 Spruce my whole life. Damn near my whole life. Growing up was fun, bro. Like, we all chill, you know, me, Flip, RP, Flip, T3, Jigs, Flop, SK, a lot of us. Everybody, Coke Wave, a lot of niggas. Like, it was tag football, shit like that.
Typical kid shit. Typical kid shit.
Tag, fucking knocking on people's doors. It was just all fun. Like, playing the games. We go to Jig House, watch wrestling.
Right.
It was just fun growing up. Like, it was never, like, hard growing up.
Do you think your childhood played a part into you jumping into the streets?
Definitely.
And what influenced you the most to really jump into the streets?
Just seeing, like, all, like, the older guys from my neighborhood, like, growing up, I come outside, they all, like, gambling, getting money. They all, like, pulling up in cars, and it's like, damn, I need that. Like, I go to school, and I be in school, but it's like, I'm listening, but I go out of school, I see niggas, like, flashing, it's girls. I'm like, damn, when I get older, it's like, I want that. That's the life I'm gonna have. Especially being around my brother, and my brother had, like, you know, he cool with majority of everybody from the west side. So,
right.
Like, I grew up just watching them. Then learning from their mistakes, so I'm like, damn, when I jump in this shit, I know not to make that mistake.
Right.
I know how to do that. So that's how that shit all played out.
Yeah, you think you grew up faster than most kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like, I was probably mature like the age of 10.
10.
I'd say.
You was having
like,
sex?
I had a mind.
You was having sex?
No, I wasn't having sex at 10. It was close to it though. I was probably like, shit. Like 12 years old when I probably like Virginia in the staircase.
She was older than you?
Absolutely.
In the staircase? That's wild. We didn't hear about that one.
See that?
All right. So growing up, Stanford was, played a part. At 16, you lost your best friend. And I know that was something that, was dear to you, someone who was dear to you. How did that affect you in life?
Like, shit. It affected me. Like, I had a good support system, but like, people didn't understand like that shit. I take it to another level because it's like, I was on the phone like 10 minutes before this shit happened. Feel me?
Right.
And I remember that whole day. It always replay in my head. Like, I remember like we was on Richmond Hill, me, him, and Sick Dan. we was in the car, sedan, like, yo, just move out here for the summertime. You're gonna get killed out there. Flip like joked it off, laughed like, nah, bro, I'm straight. And Flip really thought about it. And, you know, I was young. I had a little emotion, like I'm selling whatever my little bud used to sell my little bud. And I'm like, you come out here, just eat with me, you stay with me. My mom know you like family.
Right.
So he like, all right, cool. But I was like, yo, bring your dirt bike. I mean, it's crazy because I never really spoke about this shit. Probably like 3 times. He couldn't bring his dirt bike on the train. Then he like, bro, I'm gonna just chill out here for the weekend. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Just feel me, just hit me. Then later on that night, he called me, answered my phone like, yo, joking around. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, yo, it's your father. Nigga, what? And nah, his Flip was good. It's like, yo, I'm chilling, yada yada. Spoke to him probably like 30 minutes, hour later. I get a call from Breeze. I might know him, Chris Breeze. He called me like, yo, you heard what happened to Flip? I swear to God, my mom was there. My mom, my sister. I probably called him for like an hour straight. Like, calling. I didn't think it was true. I was calling. Broke down, like, damn. And like, that shit kind of fucked me up, like, growing up. It made me like heartless. Like, I ain't really care about a lot of shit. I really started getting myself back when I got locked up. Before then, I ain't really care about, like, nothing.
So, losing Flip was tough. What was your coping? How did you cope with that? What did you do? What did you rely on? Were you I'm gonna start drinking? Did that make you go harder in the streets? Did that make you even want to leave the streets? Because at 16, I was going to play football. I was going and running around my friends. At 16, you experienced a death, and not just any death, a best friend. So my question really was, his death, did it make you, like you said, heartless, but did it make you want to like just leave the streets alone?
Not really. It made me kind of go harder. It made me like, I used to be like, not do it for Flip, but I used to be like, whatever I'm gonna do 2 times harder. Like, I'm gonna keep his name alive. No matter how old I get, I'm always gonna put Flip in the equation, to the point that people that don't even know Flip talk about Flip like they know Flip, or people that just give they up, like, y'all, you know, RP Flip, they showing their respect.
Bobby Schmurder was on Mav Hoffa's My Expert Opinion, and shout out Mav Hoffa because he's going crazy with the interview scene right now. I've been probably watching him since I was a kid with the battle rapping, so to see where he is now is unbelievable. But yeah, Bobby was on there, and he basically was just talking about, you know, people joining gangs as a sense of fashion, and how do you feel about that? Like, what would make a kid now join a gang, and how?
Cause they probably think like joining a gang make them like tough,
Right?
Give them protection. Like me, I ain't never joined a gang in my life. I don't gang bang. I don't do none of that.
Right.
Like, I'm from where I'm from. That's it. So like, that's what a lot of kids do. A lot of people just join gangs just to.
But a lot of people will say,
cool.
Not to cut you off, a lot of people will say that is technically gangbang. Like you said, you from where you from, and that's it. But you know, you claiming something or you're a part of something. How do you change that narrative to say, well, we not a gang, we really just boys, or we a family?
Yeah, like, basically, I'm from where I'm from. We not a gang. We don't gang bang. We all just grew up with each other. Right. So since we growing up with each other, I knew people since a little kid. I met people probably when I got older, and we all became cool. It's more so like protection. So it's like, if my friend fight, or it's like I'm gonna help him out. It's not really gangbanging, just being a loyal friend, a good friend that's not gonna leave your friend in the dirt, get into some bullshit.
All right, so you rapping now, and you building a name for yourself. Have you seen the impact of you wanting to rap and the fans? Like, how the fans treat you?
It's not even like, honestly, I was just joking around with it. Then like, I posted some shit. Then I got seen like I said, I got a clean face card. Like, right. People fuck with me, some people don't for their own reasons. It's cool, whatever. But like, when I posted this shit, the shit started going up. Fetty text me, you know, Pat, my cameraman, like, he hit me like, bro, this shit going crazy. Right. Everybody supported me. Honestly, I was shocked, like, how much people shared it, how much people was DMing me, like, bro, you could do it. Like,
was that, not to cut you off, was that motivation to keep going?
Yeah, that was it. Everybody like, yo, you got a good story. Like, I want to hear like who is you? Like, how did you come up? I want to hear like the shit you've been through, like when you got shot or like your friends getting locked up, your friend died, like because you come around me, I don't talk much unless I'm cool with you.
Right.
People that's cool with me, they know like, yo, this nigga's funny. This nigga joke around. This nigga got jokes. So that's how that shit came. I was shocked though how much people like supported and like DM me and told me like, bro, keep going, like you can make it. Like just seeing that made me think like, damn, let me lock in with this shit.
Right.
So I was like,
so like with this music shit, what you feel like? What effect you feel like you had? Like you feel like pop star, rap star, like where you feel like this shit gonna take you?
Honestly, I don't know. Like I'm making shit that like you could feel, like shit like you was like, damn. Or like some shit like, damn, like that nigga went through some shit, but he remained the same, like he's still solid. Like,
right.
You know, I have people to see like the shit I've been through and like I'm still the same. I still might smile, I laugh. I'm a chill person.
Right. Do you feel like you use your music now as an outlet to release your pain?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'd be a lot of shit on my shoulders I don't talk about. But you might see me, I might get dressed, I might get a bottle, be chilling, but it's a lot of shit I be on my mind. Like, for example, I'm about to drop this song called 1222 in LV. That's gonna give people like a look.
Right.
Like, damn, this nigga going through shit I'm going through. Like,
right.
This nigga, feel me, dealing with depression like me.
You spoke on depression. How did you come up out of it?
I don't know. To be honest, like, that's a good question. Like, just talking and shit, just talking to people, like, you know, expressing your feelings instead of holding it in.
Right.
It's like after a while, that shit, like, you know, that shit like release.
You right? Cause you know G Herbo, he got the swerving. I'm not. It's like swerve. It's a mental thing. You feel like as an artist, you'll ever get to a point where you really want to make a big deal about the mental health, especially in the black community.
Yeah, absolutely. Cause the shit people go through, it's not normal, but it's normal.
Right.
Like hearing gunshots ain't normal.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like you just adapt to it and it's normal. It's like, oh, are they shooting?
Right.
Back to doing what you're doing.
All right.
So it's like, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So with the EP, what can we look forward to? How many, songs? What's your favorite song on the EP right now?
Probably 22 and LV.
22 LV.
Cause I get people like you might see me and be like, damn, this nigga, he got it all. But
right.
When you hear 22 and LV, it's like, I'm breaking down like.
Was it inspired by a specific person or event that happened in your life? Like, why is that your favorite song?
I made that shit when I was in Vegas. Do an argument. But
you was in the wrong?
Yeah.
How'd that go? You was in the wrong?
Nah, not really. It was just some bullshit, and I just thought about it.
Right.
Cause I was on the phone with like Jig, everybody, so I was just like. Then I was talking to my man's Flock. I don't even know if I could say you.
My name's gonna be Todd Avery. So
yeah. So I was talking to Flock about it. He like, yo, make a song. You know what I'm saying? Flock was a nigga who sent me mad shit like, bro, make this type of music. Like, don't stay in the same lane. Switch your lanes up. Make some shit that people understand you.
Right.
He was smart though. So I'm like, he sent me a beat. Thought about it over and over. I'm in Vegas with my cousin Lee. So I'm like, damn. Then he gave me the idea like 12. He was like LV. Then we broke it down like 12, 22 LV. Then from there it was just like I spoke about like the street shit. Then I spoke about my girl. And then I spoke about like shit I was going through.
Right.
And that's how that shit came about. But that shit hard because it give you a different look instead of me talking about sliding or shooting or getting shot and shit like that.
Right.
You gonna feel pain.
Feel pain.
I feel like if you really know me
right.
and you know me, you probably gonna drop a tear. Like, I spit this shit to my girl. Like, I don't let her listen to nothing.
Right.
But I spit it over the phone because some shit I had to, like, cut out. Because she was like, bro, hey, that's too much.
Right.
Because, like, we was arguing, so I was writing, like, man. I was like, man. She like, yo, that's too much. So, but nah, like, she dropped a tear, so I felt like you really gonna feel this shit. Because it's like, I'm normal. I'm not like everybody else. I'm just like you.
Right.
Even though I might smile, I might rock this, flash this and that. I do that shit to let you know, like, I'm having this shit, but you can have it too.
Right.
So like I might post it here and there, then delete it. But this EP, you're gonna really understand me. You're gonna understand where I come from. Then you're gonna really understand like, damn, this is why when you come around, you don't really speak much, cause you paying attention to every car that I drive by.
Right.
Oh, you don't really speak much because, oh, this girl be with, people you don't fuck with. So you don't really,
So we're gonna backtrack real quick. You actually, growing up in high school, you was like a good ass football player, and you went off to college to play football. Tell us what that was like, and then like how you got right back into the streets from going off and distance yourself from that.
So to be honest, when I started playing football in high school because of probation.
Right.
Before I wasn't gonna play, but all my close friends, all my like friends play football, so I was like, damn, let me just try it. Then I fell in love with it. At the same time, I was still in the streets, and I got in trouble in the streets. I come to school, I get expelled. They let me. I got suspended. Come back to school, I get arrested. On break, I get expelled. So at the same time, I was never a trouble kid in school, and like. I started playing football. I'm balling out. I ended up getting in trouble again. They suspended me.
Right.
My team lost all their games. I felt like shit. I ain't gonna hold you. That was probably like one of the worst times because I felt like I let people down. Like people in my neighborhood used to come to my games. Like, oh, this nigga gonna make it.
Right.
Long as you're trying to get locked up, I go to Cali with Sean Brown, Bell. But Cali, that shit was too hard.
Yeah, what it was like living in Cali for that time period?
It was lit though. It was fun. Like it was fun, but we wasn't playing. So like, we go to practice, school practice, wasn't playing at all. We walking to school, walking back home from practice.
Right.
I can't cook, so we eat peanut butter, noodles, and Subway.
You ain't had no girl. You ain't had no girl in the school trying to cook for you.
Nah. We was.
y'all was really doing football.
There was a lot going on.
Okay.
But it was lit. But overall, I wasn't making no. I'm so used to making money.
Right.
I wasn't making no money. I was spending money.
Right.
One day I got sick of it. Called my mom, book my shit. She booked it. I left. Like man, I'm back in the streets.
Now you think, how did that play a part into your life? Leaving school, not playing football, and now you back almost where you started.
Sometimes I regret it, cause I think I had the talent to make it, but I ain't really had that much motivation. Cause it's just us three. We could tell each other like, bro, you cool, you gonna play the next game. You don't play, it's like, damn, bro. Then you tell us again like, bro, you straight? You gonna play? It's like, bro, I'm getting tired of that shit. So like, that's how that shit went about.
So back to the music shit. Who was some influences for you growing up?
Believe it or not, I ain't really listen to that much music growing up. Like my mom used to play music in the crib, like my sister, my brother.
What she used to play? Like where you get?
Like,
you would say
she used
like
to play
rhythm.
Ja. My mom was in love with Ja Rule.
Okay.
So like she used to play that a lot. But other than that, I ain't really listen to music. I was mainly outside, like just playing outside. I started listening to music probably like 6th grade, 7th grade. I started really listening to music, waiting for the bus. That's how that shit came about. But when I was listening to music, I probably listened to like 50 Cent. Okay. 50 Cent was hard around that time, so I was listening to him a lot.
See, 50 Cent, he turned himself into a multi-mogul. Do you see yourself outside of rap doing more?
Yeah, I do.
Would you?
Giving back to my neighborhood, to everybody. Like
you mentioned your neighborhood a lot. Do you feel obligated to give back? Do you feel obligated to be that helping hand up?
Yeah, because growing up, like all the people that was there, like helped me out. Like even like I used to get arrested or cops come harass me. They used to come out in the building, leave him alone. He with me.
Right.
So I always feel like. And they show me so much, they embrace me so much when I go to my neighborhood. Like when I go to Screws, they embrace me.
Right.
They're like, people come out, older people come out, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hugs, kisses, like Cheryl. Like I love Cheryl to death. That's my boy mom. Like
Yeah,
she always
shout
come
out
out.
Cheryl.
Yeah, she always
Shout
come
out
out. So I always
Cheryl.
feel like to give back to kids in my neighborhood. I did a book bag drive like years ago.
Okay.
But I don't know what happened with that. But
so who when you listen to music now, who you listening to? What's in Oneway Bizz playlist?
Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
Definitely Lil Durk. G Herbo. Ice Word Vezel.
Okay.
He hard. Lil Papa. ESTG. Hard. I listen to a lot of people. Fetty. I listen to Fetty a lot though. I got Kitty up there. I listen to Kitty. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, you spoke on being locked up, and you spoke on the relationships you built. How did those relationships affect you? And you spoke on your guy Nels. What's your relationship like?
Like Nels, what people might see him might be like, it's like when I came home, people might think like, oh, he came home, he gonna post something. Like I knew Nels since like the 6th grade. I think I was in Atlanta House. He was like in Carlton or some shit like that in Riverwine. Like I knew him for a while. Like Nels used to come to the West Side on bikes. Right. I had him in the middle of the Spruce playing around on the playground. Him and Will Black. I know him as Will. Y'all know him as Will Black. And like I knew Nels for a minute. We always been locked in. Always been tied. Every time we see each other. Before he got locked up, it was good money, good vibes. And like then when I got locked up, that's how I met Bizz. I didn't know Bizz as much. I knew of him. Mm-hmm. Bizz don't talk. Like in the world, he don't talk. I never heard a nigga voice until I got locked up. But Bizz a good dude, like good soul, like love that nigga to death. Like he a good nigga, good energy, joke around, all types of shit. And like from there, it's like when me and Nels got locked up, I found out he was over there. I went over there, we rebuilt. I always tied in with him. When I hit the east side before he got locked up, I always like check in. Yo,
Now, do you get a lot of people come, this is my side. Do you ever get a backlash from branching out and expanding your horizon of, friend groups or who you do fuck with?
Nah, not really. I mean, nah, not really. Yeah, sometimes it happened like years ago when I was like, whole situation happened. Two sides was beefing, and I was cool with one side, and they try to like come at me, but it was like I still ground, like I still don't what I stand on, like bro, this my man's, I'm not moving different. I don't really know y'all niggas like that, but it is what it is. But other than that, I feel like I'm the first nigga from my neighborhood to bring like other sides to my neighborhood. That's how I feel, but I don't really get backlash because what's love is love. Like if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
So in the world right now, you see a lot of artists, rest in peace, dying, senseless deaths. Does that affect you as wanting to be an artist?
Nah, not really. Like, people be dying and shit, like, it's kind of fucked up, right? Because being a rapper is like, you gotta drop your location, you gotta move different. Right. That's another thing I hesitate about when I started rapping or doing what I ever do, because I don't want to post everything I do because you might got somebody hating or somebody might know what, oh, you're gonna be here, we're gonna wait. Right. But it's fucked up. Being a rapper is fucked up because you're saying, in other words. Like,
has that affected the way you move in life now as an up and coming artist?
Nah, I'm still gonna move the same. I'm gonna post probably. I'm gonna still post the same, still move the same. I just know like you get what you put out. Right. So like if I surround myself by a bunch of people that's on the bullshit gonna happen. Right. If I surround myself by a bunch of people that just wanna get money, be around girls, that's what's gonna happen.
So you see a lot of people, rappers, when they get to a certain stance, they feel like their homeboys could be their security. And how do you feel about having your homeboy as security and having real life security, people who really there to do their job?
I'm having both. Right. But at the same time, I'm gonna have really security that do their job. I'd rather have security that do their job because they licensed to do what they're supposed to do. So I can have my homeboy, right? I can have him like, you know what? Not really security, strap. Like, man, somebody tweaked this up it. He do that, boom, he bang on somebody, he get caught. Now he locked up. Now it's like an extra bill. Now he gotta fight a murder charge, or attempted murder, or shooting. It's stupid when you could get security. They could do what they do, and like they barely get questioned.
Right. So that really leads into my next question. And we all seen, the world seen the King Von death, and rest in peace to King Von. But Little Tim, did what he did. As an artist on either side, how would you see it from Von's standpoint, and how would you see it from Quando's standpoint? Do you feel like in that situation was Quando and his camp wrong for how it went down?
I mean, it's ways to go about that situation, right. But like you a street nigga, there's only one way to go about that situation, right. And knowing that, like, I really don't know, dude. Like, but just hearing or how they come up and how they come from, like Chicago be killing niggas. So it's like another nigga standpoint is like, oh, we about to get in with these niggas. Like, bro, I might gotta shoot because they gonna kill us. Right. So it's like everybody right in their own mindset. Right. So like, it's another way you could have went about it. You could have backed niggas off or try to chill out the situation. But at the same time, people kill motherfuckers out here. It's like, what can you do? Right. Got it.
Do you feel like going into these different cities, are you big on checking in? Most rappers feel like, oh, I ain't going nowhere, I ain't checking in. That's pussy shit. How you feel about the quote unquote term checking in?
I don't think checking in is making you pussy. It's just letting people know, like,
cause when I'm in Atlanta, I tap into with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? So how you feel about?
I mean, if you in tune like that, like, I don't find this pussy to check in and like let somebody know, like, oh, I'm out here or whatever. Like, just not paying respect, but you let somebody know, like, I'm in your town. Like, if I was to go to East, I'll probably hit him up, like, I'm over here, yada yada. Make sure I'm situated. It's like, all right, you straight, all right, cool. So some people don't do that, and like, shit can happen. So
what's next? When can we look forward to the music to actually dropping more content to put out?
I'll probably end up doing a music video probably like this month with Fetty. Okay. But my EP gonna drop.
You speak on Fetty about who is Fetty?
Fetty, my bro. That's Fetty Hardaway. A lot of people know him as Fetty Hardaway. That's like my bro. He got some shit that's dropping before, I think, on New Year's, after New Year's. He got some shit that's dropping. That's like another person that kind of pushed me to rap. Right. Like, yo, you got a story, you could do it. You feel me? Every time I'm in the studio, it's like positive vibe. Like, bro, nah, do this. Like, he helped me out a lot. So, like, on my EP, you probably gonna hear him, like, more than, like, 3 times. Right. Cause, like, he bring the best out. Fetty hard. Like, he could rap off any beat. Like, I feel like he should have been made it already. Right. From my standpoint.
Up and coming, who's some artists that you can't wait to work with? Or who do you want to work with?
Like, in the industry?
Yeah.
Honestly, I never really thought that far. Only time, like, I only think, like, where I'm from, like, people I'd rather work with.
Okay, so name some artists from where you're from, cause you speak on like, we heard Fetty.
I work with Fetty already. Ill Will, Melly Rue, like Sick Dan. Then you got Kitty. I want to work with Kitty. Then you got Bizz. Bizz locked up, free Bizz. He hard, like he harder than ever. Like, he spit some shit when I was locked up. That shit was hard. Right. I don't know because we was locked up. And I ain't listened to music in a minute. Right. That shit was hard. So like him, it's a lot of people.
No major artist has really popped off from Connecticut. Why do you think that is?
Wait, get back to that topic of artists. Bills too. Facts. And Jay Young and Jig. But the reason why nobody didn't really pop off, it's not enough support. Like, everybody be like, a lot of, if only how people want to see you do good, they fuck with you. If they don't really fuck with you, they're not really gonna support you. Right. So people start supporting people how they support other people. This shit would have been blue. Cause out here, it's a lot of talent.
Absolutely. And a lot of people rappers come here and capitalize off shows here all the time.
Yeah. So like, it's talent out here. It just, the support system is low. Right. Like, sad to say, a lot of niggas hate.
You feel like it's a crab in a bucket mentality?
Yeah. For sure.
Now, do you feel like you obligated to change, like, because you got a big spotlight on you and you got a great following and you speak on your support. Do you feel like you obligated to put that big spotlight on the state of Connecticut?
Absolutely. Definitely, like, it's not even me working. It's hard for me to work, but when I could work and like the support and the people that fuck with me, it's like I could do it. I feel like I could do it. Only reason why I say I could feel it because I got so much DMs of people that don't even know me and they telling me like, bro, like you could do it. And it's like, damn. I probably got over like 100 DMs on my phone right now. I ain't never replied to, saying like, bro, you could do it, you could do it. But
so we've been seeing you locked in with Player Pat recently. You know, with the videos and editing thing. How's that chemistry? How y'all link up and you know y'all been shooting some movies really?
Yeah, Pat hard. I knew Pat for a while. Mm-hmm. Then like. We just always been locked in with each other. When we see each other, it's always respect. Yo, what up, bro? How you doing? I got a bottle here. Sip, take a shot, cheers, you know. Like, he always got positive energy. He not one of them dudes that come around, be acting crazy. Like, he a positive dude. He want everybody to win, you feel me? So, like, how it started happening when I rapped with Fetty, me and Fetty hit the booth. And matter of fact, I'm lying. When I was about to do my vlog, because I've been on house arrest for like 2 years. Right. And I finally
now, is this house arrest from the attempt case that you were talking about? Okay.
Yeah. It's from that case. I still on house arrest for it after I beat the charges. Right. But I finally get out the crib and I can move around and shit. So I'm like, damn, I gotta do a vlog, you feel me? Right. So like, I'm looking around to see who could do it. So Fetty sending me shit from people from OT. No disrespect, I respect everybody that's doing the game. But it's like, I'd rather fuck with somebody that I know. Right. Not saying I still fuck with somebody I don't know, but I ran across Pat page. I'm like, damn, I'm locked in with him. So I hit him up. He hit me back ASAP. So we just got it going from there. Then, you know, all the guys call me. I'm like, yo, call on this day. So I get them in the vlog and shit.
How was that vlog? Because we seen the vlog and you had the block lit. Everybody out there. It was vibes. What was that? How did that feel, you know, telling people to come together and seeing it manifest and people come together for you to, you know, start your career?
I mean, when I shot the vlog, it wasn't even really planned. It was my man's birthday, Big T. It was his birthday. Mm-hmm. So he was supposed to do it at Scouts, but he ended up doing it on the Oneway whatsoever. So I told everybody I'm doing a vlog, so a couple people popped out. Right. I just want to give people a different look on like where I'm from, because they think like when you hear about Spruce, you think like violence, right. Niggas shiesty. Like nah, bro, that shit all love. So when I shot the vlog, I want to give people a different look. Right. Like it's all love. Niggas get money. Niggas be chilling. Right. That's how this shit came about, though. Right.
Now back to talking about Vaughn. We seen that he gave his block 100,000. You feel like that's something you want to do? Like Absolutely. You feel like that's something you want to do?
Like I'll probably still watch this video until that day. Right. Every time I hit YouTube, I watch podcasts. Right. I look at that video here and there. Like damn, when I get on, right. I want to go to my close friends and break down like 100,000, 500,000. Not just because he did it. That's something that was always in my mind. Like break down this money and like take my guys on vacation. Like for example, when one of my other guys came on French, I'm like shit. Instead of like getting a bottle, buying them ups. Being in the neighborhood, play it out. Bro, let's go to Puerto Rico. You know, pay for his shit. A couple of the guys paid for his shit to go to Puerto Rico. He didn't show up, but you know, I still did my deed. So my whole input is like take niggas out that life and show them like, bro, there's more to life.
Right. What's your view on making it? Like, what do you feel like? Man, I'm arrived. Like Oneway Bizz, like I'm here.
Like making it, like as in like. In the music or in making it in life?
In the music industry and in life.
Like I say in life, I feel like when I'm making it where it's like ain't no more like looking left or right. Right. Ain't no worrying about like, damn, this car might spend the night or worrying about like who in this car with tents. Right. It's like making it, I feel like when me and my people, my bros, it's like we somewhere else, not worrying about what's going on. It's like when we go on vacation, we not worrying about what car keeps circling the block and it's an Uber. Right. Like, you know, I feel like that's where I made it at when like everybody is safe. My mom, she ain't worrying about calling me at night, making sure where I'm at. Right. She understanding what I'm doing. Like when I reach that point, it's like, damn, I made it. Right. Like, so I ain't really worried about it.
Now, Do you ever sit back and reflect where you at now and where you headed?
To be honest, I don't. I feel like I'm headed for greatness.
Right.
Like, and my people tell me, like, Flock tell me all the time. He texts me like, probably like 2:30 at night. In the middle of the night, nigga text me a whole paragraph. But it's like, he be speaking some real shit. Like, a lot of people text me, even over jail calls, like, bro, you've been through so much. It's like, bro, you here for greatness. So I feel like that, it's like, yeah.
Right. So back to you getting shot. Do you feel like it was up to you to make it out that situation, or you feel like it just wasn't your time? Because a lot of people, people say, "Oh, I ate those shots." Da 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 da. Do you feel like it was mentally you, or you feel like it just was not your time?
I feel like it wasn't my time.
Right.
Like, I've been through so much shit that, like, I feel like it just wasn't my time. Yeah. Like, even when that whole situation happened, like, I gave up multiple times in that car. A lot of people don't know. Even though it was like an arm shot, graze in the head, whatsoever, the graze wasn't bad. People make it seem like it was bad, but it was so much blood that, like, I was at peace. I'm like, bro, I understand this shit. Right. I gave up multiple times, but it was Jig, Diddy, Sigdan. They kept like, yo, chill out. But I kept passing out because you get dehydrated. Right. I kept passing the fuck out. Then this nigga done crashed the car off the highway, and I'm like, we arguing. And so, like, I just feel like it wasn't my time. Like, I feel like I'm here for something more than that. So that's how, like, when the situation played out, I wasn't even mad. It's like, I understood. You listen to, like, Oneway story, I break down that situation. Like, I wasn't even mad because I was out here doing bullshit. So it's like, I understood it. So it is what it is.
Like, how does it feel to finally feel like, you know what, I'm headed on the right path. I know what I want to do, and I'm going to just do it and be unapologetic about it.
That shit really came from jail. Like, energy. Like, I always, like, before I got locked up, I was about energy. I was bullshit energy because I was surrounding myself by bad energy. Right. But when you get inside, I ain't never did that much. Like, I did time, but ain't nothing like these other people. Right. But you surround yourself by, like, good energy, good vibes. Like, damn, I bet. So that's where it really came from, like, energy, just, like, making myself, like, feel good about certain situations.
Growing up, how did you become, quote unquote, in today's world, the man? Like, how did you build your name in the streets for real?
Shit, like, growing up, like I spoke on, my brother, like, hanging out with, like, all the older guys or the main guys from the neighborhood. But, like, I probably became, like, Hope, where I was, like, young. I was always outside late. I'm going to movies by myself, taking myself out. Mm-hmm. Then, like, at a young age, I was selling, like, a little bit of tree, a little bit of e-pills. Like, and, like, people seeing, like, the hustle, the motive in me. Like, right. I'm standing there at blackjack tables where, like, all, like, older niggas from neighborhoods gambling. I'm standing there waiting for them to tell me to go to the corner store so I could, like, go to the corner store, keep the change. Right. So I'm just stacking up money. Right. Then they seen, like, the hustle in me. And, like, right. And I've been around for so long, they all know me. So now when they see when I get older, it's like, damn, this nigga got it. And I'm moving how they move, but better. Right. I'm learning off their mistakes, and I'm not making the same mistakes, even though I might slip up. But it's like, people look at me like, damn, bro, I'm proud of you. Like, you got it. So that's how that shit came about. Like, I've been in this shit at a young age, like 10 years old. Nothing to be proud about, but I like it because I learned from, like, I understand life. Like, I understand the street side, and I understand the other side. So it's like, ain't nothing to feel ashamed about.
Fat Joe spoke on knowing how to play second in command, knowing how to play that role of everybody not the front, everybody not the face of the movement. So for you to have always been that face of a movement, or the face or the front runner, how does that feel? How does that feel to always be like you in front? People relying on you.
Sometimes that shit pressure though. Like, sometimes that shit, like, it get annoying because, like, when shit happen, they think automatically know. When shit happen, you don't know, automatically put you in shit, and it's like, dude, I don't know.
Right.
For like, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, some shit happened years ago, but like the other side, the nigga thought I knew what happened, and like I told him straight up, like I wasn't on no pride shit, nigga. Fuck you. I told nigga I don't know. They're like, oh, you Bizz, you do know. It's like, dude, I don't know. But like sometimes that shit pressure, that shit brings stress, like because I want to see my niggas do better. Then when shit happens, then it's like, damn, I gotta rock with my nigga even though he wrong. That shit that shit stress me out sometimes.
Do you feel like your loyalty, you as a person, just being loyal, do you feel like that caused you to make certain decisions?
Yeah.
Or be in certain situations?
Yeah.
And how have you learned from that? How have you balanced from being loyal and stupidity? Because Joel's, I don't know if you've seen it, he spoke on it and he broke it down and it was a great analogy. So how do you feel on being loyal to a T to where the point that you loyal and it doesn't make you stupid?
Like, loyalty sometimes is my downfall. Because I be with my niggas right or wrong. That's just me in general because it's just like, but I always pull my niggas to the side like, dude, you wrong, bro. But I'm with you. But just know you wrong. But now, like, as I get older, I notice like when wrong is wrong. Like
it's wrong.
When you do something wrong, you wrong. Like I ain't gonna say no names. Like one of my mans did something wrong. I love him to death. Like it hurts me. Like, I broke tears for that. But I tell him like, bro, you wrong for what you was doing, bro, and I can't stand by you or stand with you and acting like we cool. Well, we cool, but the situation is cool. Like I'm like, man, I'm straight. Like, when wrong is wrong, bro. I ain't about to sit here and be like, since I'm loyal to you, I'm going to stick with you through the wrong. Like, now I'm going to call you on your bullshit, and I ain't going to stand with it. Because by me standing with it, that shit brought me into a lot of situations. Like, for example, for me getting shot, all types of shit. And I'm not about to do that no more. It's like, I'm getting older. I got to take life, like, for what it is. Like, I'm straight. When wrong is wrong, you wrong, and I ain't standing with you until you own up to it.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. And I think a lot of people need to hear that because, you know, you got this new, I'm riding with my to the end, or you get what I'm saying? And it's like for you, somebody who I've seen, you know, with a following, with a name, to have that point of view and stand from that stance, that's dope. So if you had any advice to the younger generation, what would you tell them?
Everybody say stay in school. Stay in school is a good thing. But I feel like you gotta know yourself. Know what you want. Know like what you want to do in life. Like don't let nobody, your friends, distract you. Like don't let the streets take a hold of you. Like lock in on a plan and keep going. Like college, yeah, you could go to college. I know a lot of people that went to college, they ain't that. They don't got their dream jobs. But it's like, instead of going to college, it's other careers you could follow after school, like which I knew back then. I thought it was just college football. Like I gotta go to college in order to make money. So when I didn't go to college, I'm like, shit, it's the streets, which was a big mistake by me because I ain't really had nobody to tell me like, you graduated high school, go be a fireman. You don't got a record. So it's like that's why I would tell them like this: lock in on a plan. If you can't go to college, you don't got the grades. Just graduate high school. Just get that diploma. Then you could really get a career.
That's dope. That's dope. And that's dope to hear because you don't really hear that from the typical street artist. I'll say that.
Yeah.
And you see J. Cole, he went off to college and he turned out to be one of the biggest artists in the world. So that's dope to hear you as a young man, a young black African American, to tell these young kids to go to college things, or not even go to college, but just have a plan. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you don't gotta go to college. Like if you go to college, cool, but just have a plan. That's the most important part.
For sure.
About it. Just having a plan,
so
having that script.
So do you feel like your plan is working? Do you feel like this plan is it?
Low key, I feel it.
Right.
I feel like it's it.
You look like it. Like
every time I get a DM, it's like I'm like, damn, it's it.
Right.
Like a little young boy from my neighborhood, like hit me, like, bro, you giving me hope.
And what does that feel like? Like really having people behind you on a day to day, all the love, all the support. how do you bring it in? And how do you still be a motivational factor to these people? How do you not allow yourself to get high-minded and say, you know what, I can relate to that young boy in the hood still trying to get it out the mud, or, you know, I can relate to this certain situation?
Like, be honest, because I put myself in their shoes. And another thing is, like, when they write me shit like that, I respond. Like, I ain't no bougie nigga. Like, if you write me some shit I feel, I'm going to respond regardless. I don't care who you is, where you come from, how you look. Like, I don't care. But, like, if you write some shit, I'm going to let you know. Like, when he wrote me that shit, like, bro, like, you giving me hope. He, like, 13, 12 years old. I'm like, damn. So I hit him back. We talk nonstop. Like, for example, like, Flock little brother, we talk, like, nonstop, Sean. And he like, damn, bro, you really... And I tell him, like, bro, stay focused in school. You got it. Like, I believe in you. You giving me hope. I feel like, shit, I'm about to go back and play football. So it's like, bro, keep going. Every time he do something good, he hit me like, bro, look, I'm about to go here, I'm about to go there. So he was just like, it's shit like that.
Oneway Bizz, first interview out. I know he's somebody y'all really want to hear his story, hear his side, where he come from. Let's do it.